Through the tubes and straight to you, what's up? It is attackslug once again with a You Should Be Playing, and you might think, hey, are we looking at a game from 20 years ago? No, we're not. This is Oniken. It is out on Steam, it is out on the Sora, it is out on a variety of digital platforms, and this is a 2014 release, on Steam anyway, that I think is a game that you should be playing. So I'm going to hit start here. You can see I did beat the game. I didn't beat the bonus mission. I haven't tried the boss rush or the hardcore mode. I'm not going to get into that. Just going to jump into mission 1. There is a free demo of this on Steam right now. I'm going to jump in and just kind of show you what this game is all about and why you should be playing it. So this is very much an homage to games of yesteryear, 8 and 16-bit, but mostly 8-bit. And was made by apparently 3 guys in Brazil, and I think is super well done. Now there is a bunch of stuff on the press side that says, oh, it's 8-bit hard, and you know, it's that kind of thing, and I sort of agree with that, and I sort of don't. And I'll explain that as we move along here. The cutscenes are a bit long, I thought, in terms of how the cutscenes would have been back then, so I'm going to hit start here and jump right into the action. This game has some fantastic chiptunes music that I really enjoy. So, this is me. I'm Zaku. Basically, it is a 2-button game. You're going to jump and slash. You got a sword. And, so you get pickups in this game. You get grenades. The pickups are a bit randomized, so it could be a grenade, it could be health, it could be power-ups. And the power-ups are important for a certain reason because you can convert the power-ups into what is called Berserk mode. And Berserk mode is super useful against the bosses. So, instead of me just standing here, I'm going to move along through this stage. Now, one of the reasons that... Alright, so let me kind of break it down here. There are 6 stages, or actually, well, there's the bonus, but there's 6 stages for the full game. Each stage is broken into 3 parts, and I'm getting hit. Well, I didn't anticipate being able to play well while talking. Anyway, each stage is broken into 3 parts, and those parts, when you finish a part, your health refills, and my thought is that if you are truly NES hard, your health wouldn't be refilling. And I'm just gonna be awful. I'm trying to talk and play at the same time. See, my health there refilled. On the NES, that would not have happened. The other thing is that each stage has a secret in it, and that secret will give you an extra life. Now, I have not tried hardcore mode, which is doing all the stages at once. That's kind of the other thing there, is that when you beat a stage, you can just go back and start from that stage, which never would have happened on the NES. You would not have gotten a stage select. But these days, 2014, so there, I'm getting an extra life. So, if I'm just playing through normally, not playing in hardcore mode, the extra lives, when I go to the next stage, when I go to stage 2, won't carry over. And that was an important thing on the NES, was being able to stockpile lives, because when you got to a certain point, and it got really hard, you would have needed those extra lives already. So now I got power-up. Now, the power-up is this very risk-reward type system, where if I get hit, I lose this power-up. But if I think I can make it to the boss, I can activate Berserk mode, which uses that power-up, and that lets you beat the bosses really quickly. And for some of the harder bosses, as the game moves on, super useful. But I don't think I'm going to make it to the boss with this power-up. Now, I have grenades, which you get as a pickup. There is no button for the grenades. It is very much harkening back to the classic, having to only have 2 buttons. So I have to hold up and then hit the slash button, the sword button, to throw grenades. And that occasionally will screw me up, but for the most part, it's pretty reliable. I am playing with an Xbox 360 controller, as I usually am on PC stuff, and I am using the analog stick, and it works just fine. I mean, this does have, my third-party Madcast controller does have a better D-pad than the standard 360 D-pad. I also, so yeah, I just lost it. I also could be using my PS4 controller, because that now is a thing. This first boss is not too hard, it's just a matter of understanding the patterns. And that's most of the stuff as relates to the difficulty. It is partially your dexterity, but primarily it is your ability to recognize the patterns and react accordingly. So, not hard, just, you know, being able to get out of the way quickly enough. But I'm really enjoying, it took me about, fuck that up, it took me a good 4 hours to actually beat this game proper. Each stage is only about 10 minutes, but I'm going to be playing them over and over and over again because they do get, pretty damn difficult. I got stuck on stage 4 for quite some time before I finally got that down pat. It was mostly the boss of that stage was just fucking me up hardcore. So this stage actually only has one boss. Some stages will have 2 bosses, which is neat. But this stage has a boss, and then it has an escape sequence, which I might die on. It's entirely possible. I have beaten this stage. There are achievements for not dying, and I have done that on a couple stages, but that was mostly just I played them enough to memorize that shit, and that makes things a bit easier. But yes, this certainly does both stylistically and aesthetically harken back to a simpler time in video games, and a time that I played a whole lot of video games in my youth. Alright, there's the thing. So now we're going to move on to the third section of the stage. My health will refill again, and now I have to avoid these falling rocks to get out of here. And the problem is you can very easily hit one of those rocks and just fall off this stuff, and that's not good. So we're going to try to be careful. I'm going to try to keep, you know, talking. But no guarantees, because, man. So, since I knew he was coming, it was easier to deal with. And that's not going to do me a whole lot of good here, but... Nope! Fucked it up. Died. Alright, so we're going to keep rolling here, and see if I can't actually do this and accomplish this. But if we can't, I will show you a bit of... No. I will show you a bit of a different stage so you can kind of get a feel for the variety in this game. And there is, you know, even though there are only 6 stages, there is certainly a large amount of variety for this style of game. And as always, the music is super excellent, and I really just, I've got it stuck in my head for a long fucking time. I want to say that if you buy the game, you get the soundtrack, which I haven't actually gotten around to downloading yet. I really should, because it's really good. And I'm looking forward, this team is working on another game that is much more like a Castlevania type. I always do that. Much more like a Castlevania type game, that they're gonna, I guess they did some kind of a Kickstarter. I can't remember the name of the game, like Sword Walla or something. But that'll probably end up getting greenlit if it hasn't already. And I will certainly look forward to, picking that up. Alright, I'm just gonna fucking die here because I'm awful. If you look at my Steam achievements, I did obviously beat this stage, and I beat it without dying. We're not gonna do that. I will jump in here to my Nemesis Stage 4. We're gonna skip these cutscenes because they are a bit hefty. They do go on for a bit longer than I'd like. But once you've seen them once, you know, you just kind of skip through it. And I played this stage so many times, this song just got, like, kind of etched in my brain. So this is, I'm fighting a bunch of ninja bandits on this moving vehicle for a bit. And ideally I want to not get hit, but we'll see how that goes. And then it's this Jason type dude who speeds up and slows down. This is certainly obviously a lot bloodier and gorier than any NES game ever would have been. And I can certainly appreciate, because they are certainly going for a very 80s aesthetic. And as someone who grew up in that decade, it is certainly appreciated. Alright, then we get to this dude, who will do that. I gotta jump. I always manage to fuck up the second one, for some reason. But he gives me health. And then we fight the actual boss of this section. Not this stage, but this section. Who will do this bullshit. Always want to avoid the shitty projectiles, and he'll fake you out sometimes, and that's... He takes me out. Take me out again. It takes a bit to get used to it, and I shouldn't have done that. But, whatever. We'll probably beat him. Maybe. Perhaps. Nope. See, did it again. At a certain point, I will just jump to the side once I hit him. Yeah, alright. No, I didn't. I thought I got it there. There it goes. There it goes. Alright. I defeated him! And then he just kind of gets cut to pieces. There goes his forehead and his chest. Gone. Alright, and then of course it moves on to the rest of the stage. If you know where some of the secret stuff is, that becomes useful. This whole section just took me way, way too long. And I don't like these red guys at all. So this stage has these tree branches that if you hang on for too long, will... Fuck! Jump up here, jump over. We're gonna wait for the laser to jump past it. We're gonna not, and down into the, yeah, alright. Fucking brambles and shit. There's always a ninja right here. Slash him. Get hit too many times, and no, he's got throwing stuff. See, and then it just, the pixel, the way that it cascades like that is just, you move one pixel away from the dude and he respawns, and that is some NES style shit going on right there. And this boss is, again, you just gotta have patience, so he will only attack you when you attack him, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But obviously if he was consistently attacking me, that would be a problem. So, nope. I am just not able to talk and do this well at the same time. Alright, I beat him. And then we go down here. They kind of fake you out that guy. The grenades are oftentimes super useful for that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna get to the boss here, and I'm gonna end this video. I don't have any intention of trying to beat this boss because it took me a lot of times. But I at least want to show it. So now we gotta escape the fire. There's fire. Here comes the fire. Watch out for the fire. Waited too long there. Oh, I need that. That was close. There's a guy here. A little sniper. Alright. So we're almost... We got one more sniper to deal with. And then we'll be at the boss. And he's right here. Unfortunately, the thing didn't give me... It gave me grenades and not what I wanted, which was the power up to give me Berserk. So obviously I didn't show you Berserk, but rest assured it is super useful. And this boss fight is just the fucking worst. I hate it. I get stuck on the bottom, I get hit with the lasers, and things just go really poorly, really fast. The grenades do more damage than your sword, so if you can actually get that attack off in the right fucking direction, that's helpful, but I didn't. So, that's going to be the end of this video. I'm going to go back to the main menu here before I get upset at this game again. I did really enjoy it, and I think right now on Steam it's $8. I'm sure at some point in the summer sale or a spring sale it'll be cheaper than that. A friend of mine had picked it up for me at launch at like $4, something like that. So, At the end of the day, Oniken on Steam is a game that I think you should be playing. And once again, this is attackslug signing off. I'll see you next time.